Take 7. Hi, I'm Barb Green. Thanks for joining me. Today, we're gonna make a fresh strawberry pie. I love when the seasons turn and you can start finding fresh berries and fruits to incorporate into your baked goods. We'll be making our own homemade glaze with a strawberry reduction. We're gonna add a kick of flavor with some cream cheese, lightly sweetened with lemon-zested sugar. We'll be putting that all into a flaky, tender butter crust. And at the end, when we serve it, we'll put a dollop of fresh whipped cream on top. Let's get started. So you will need a pre-baked pie shell. I baked this one about 2 hours ago. This is my all butter crust. I will have a link in the description below and on the screen if you'd like to follow along on that recipe. I give you step-by-step. It's easy instruction. Maybe you have your own favorite recipe. You can even pick one up the store if it's last minute and that's what you want to do. But you do need a pre-baked cool pie crust. Next, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna prepare our strawberries. This big old bowl of beautiful strawberries has about 4 pounds in it. So it was 2 large packages. We're gonna do 1 cup of finely chopped strawberries. That'll be for our strawberry reduction. And then we're gonna slice about 4 cups, maybe 5, depending on how the sizes work out, for our actual filling. So we just need to get started. We need to remove all of these stems and we need to core them. So let's get to work. And there's 1 cup of finely chopped strawberries. This will be for our strawberry reduction. I'm gonna put that aside. I'm just gonna keep slicing strawberries till we have 4 to 5 cups. I like them more like this size for the pie. So here we have our 5 cups of sliced strawberries. We're gonna put these aside for now, and we're gonna begin working on our cream cheese lemon-zested sugar mixture. So I have 8 ounces of cream cheese here. It is at room temperature, like it's really soft, and that's the way we want it. We're going to mix this up so it's light and fluffy. We want this to be really light and airy because we have to spread this on the bottom of our crust. And if it's cold and hard, it could potentially break the crust, and that would be really sad. Just get this cream cheese into the bowl. I will show you. It is nice and soft, and that is how we want it. Now, this is fun. I have battery-powered tools just like my husband. So I'm gonna pop the battery on this. No cord, so nice. And we're gonna mix this up until it's nice and creamy. Should only take less than a minute. Okay, I'm gonna stop that. And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put 1/4 of a cup, which is 50 grams of sugar in this bowl. And we're gonna zest our lemon directly onto the top of this sugar. As the zest is falling, that will allow the granules to start absorbing the oils that are coming out of the zest. So we're gonna use a zester, and we're just gonna hold it directly over the bowl. There's a lot of beautiful fragrance and flavor in the zest of the lemon. There's more flavor in the zest than there actually is in the lemon itself. So we want to make sure we get all that goodness into the sugar. I will say you don't want the white stuff. Once you get to that, it's bitter. So you want to just get the yellow area off the top, and then you just want to move on. You just gently keep moving. Now you want to just gently massage. This is damp, like you can feel the oils coming out of it already. It should take like 2 to 3 minutes. You'll start to see the sugar getting damp, and this whole mixture will take on like a pale yellow color. So just be patient with it, because each time you do this, you're just working the flavors of that zest into the sugar. It's getting really close. You can see the sugar is taking on more of a light yellow color, and it's very moist. So we're just about there. I wanted to say we only used 1/4 of a cup. A lot of times you use a lot more sugar, But what we're trying to do is offset the really sweet strawberry filling with another flavor. So this will balance out. We're looking for tang from the cream cheese and just a really light sweetening, but mainly the zing from the lemon. So between the strawberries and the sweetness there, and then the tang and the lemon, these flavors just go beautifully together. If you can see that, we've just worked all those oils into the sugar. And now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna put this into the cream cheese mixture, blend it till it's light and fluffy, and then we'll just put it aside and move on to our strawberry filling. Smells so nice. Okay. So before we move to our strawberry filling, we're going to go ahead and just get the juice from this lemon for our strawberry filling. Just going to go ahead and have this done and ready, and I'm just going to set it aside, but at least it'll be done when I need it. So next we're going to make our strawberry reduction, and it's super simple. We're going to take our 1 cup of finely chopped strawberries and 3/4 cup of water, which is 177 milliliters. We're going to go over here to the stove, pour this into a saucepan, and you pour the water over top. I'm going to turn this on to medium heat, and we're going to bring this to a boil. This may take 3 to 5 minutes. So I'm going to just gently mash. You can do this at least once or twice while it's cooking. And that is all you do for a reduction. We're going to pour this mixture into a sieve. We'll just let the juices flow into a heat-proof bowl. We just want all the juice. This is what we're going to use in our strawberry pie filling. Every once in a while this is sitting here, just give it a stir. We want all of that juice to go down into the bowl. We need 1 cup of this. This is still draining and we want every bit of it, so I'm just going to set this aside and let that just keep draining. So now we're going to make our strawberry filling. This is like a strawberry glaze. It's going to be a soft set. It's not going to be really firm, and that's kind of how I like it, just a nice soft glaze. We're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. That is 150 grams into a saucepan. Then we're going to add cornstarch. This is 3 tablespoons or 27 grams. This has the trickiest characteristics, and sometimes it sticks in the bowl, so I'm just gonna use this little thing to get all of it out. This is what's thickening our glaze, so we want to make sure that we get all 3 tablespoons in there. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. We're going to whisk that for smoothness. You want to make sure that it's all incorporated. No lumps. Everything is all mixed smoothly together. We're going to add a tablespoon of the lemon juice that we juiced earlier. You always want to strain it so that the pulp, the seeds, all of the unfriendlies don't end up in your mixture. 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to add our lovely strawberry reduction in, and this is ready to go to the stove. I usually try to catch what's on the bottom because that is stuff that's just been waiting to drip in. We want 1 cup of this. If you end up with just a little less for some reason, you'll just want to add some water to make up to the cup. But from my experience, it comes really, really close. Looks like it needs just a tiny bit more. I just want to show you again, look how pretty that is. It's beautiful red, and we made this all by ourselves. I'm going to go ahead and pour that into the saucepan. And we're just about done. We need to go and get this to a boil. Okay, so our mixture just started to boil. You want to continually stir this. Make sure your heat isn't really, really high because you don't want it to burn. We want it to just keep bubbling. See all those happy little bubbles in there? Eventually that will change and it'll start just getting thicker. It's really getting thick already, which is what we want. And when you start seeing larger burps like that, that means it's done. And look how gorgeous it is. That's gonna make a wonderful strawberry glaze. Now we're gonna put this in our little, this is actually a heat-proof dish. Always make sure you put things in a heat-proof dish or it could crack and break. This needs to come to room temperature before we place our strawberries into it. So we're gonna go ahead and put this mixture in here. This is so pretty. I love it. If you're putting it in a bowl, you just want to put a little bit of a cover on it in case it would decide to get a skin on it. We don't want that to happen. So we're just covering it and we want that to just gently come to room temperature. So while this mixture is cooling and coming to room temperature, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna spread our cream cheese layer onto the bottom of the pie crust. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna kind of dollop this on here. Again, make sure your pie crust is cool. You don't wanna put this into a hot pie crust. So you can use this if you want, like something that's just soft and flexible. You want to be careful not to use anything that you have to really push down and push hard on. I'm trying to make sure that I don't damage the crust in any way. So once I get this spread out just a bit, I'm actually going to use an offset spatula. They allow you with that angle to get right in there and get right up to the edge smoothly. These also are really, really nice for cake decorating. These work great for smoothing icing and getting along the edges. So this nice tangy lemony flavor should just really balance our very sweet strawberry filling that we're about to put on top of it. Once the strawberries are introduced to this sweet sugary filling, they're going to start producing juices. So another reason this is really nice is because this is kind of creating a barrier between those juicy berries and the crust. So this crust will just maintain its crispiness because the filling can't actually touch it. It's going to just rest nicely on this cream cheese layer. So there, that's done and ready for our strawberry filling once it's cool. This glaze is so beautiful. Can you see that? Look how pretty. I love it. It's sweet and yummy. It smells incredible. I can't wait to put it on, but can you see the steam? It's still pretty warm. So every once in a while, just give yours a stir. I'm being impatient, I guess. So in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make some fresh whipped cream and we're gonna do it by hand. It's really fun. We need 1 cup of cold, make sure it's really cold. You can even chill your bowl. It likes cold. So we're doing 1 cup, that's 237 milliliters. We're gonna pour this into our bowl. I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. You can also use 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Powdered sugar has some cornstarch in it, which will give us a little stability in the cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and use powdered sugar. You can do either one, that's fine. And then we need 1/2 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And now we whip. This could take up to 2 or 3 minutes, but it's so gratifying. You're making your own. And I'll tell you why we're doing this. We're incorporating air into it, and we're just going to keep whipping in this bowl. When you're doing heavy cream, it goes from this really light soupy to soft peak stage very quickly. And it can go from soft peak to stiff peak very quickly. If you're using a mixer and you're not keeping an eye out, it can go so fast that it over whips. And if that happens, you end up having a mixture that ends up having a texture in it, like it starts to break apart. And so this way, as you're doing this, you can just keep checking. And I will say, if you're not up for the adventure, go ahead and use your mixer with a whisk attachment, but stay close by and just keep checking it periodically. And all we're doing is getting this to the soft peak stage. We're not there yet, but it's getting closer. We're getting there. See that? That's what we want. Really, really close. We're almost done. It was less than 3 minutes, and we have a beautiful, lightly sweet whipped cream to top off our strawberry pie with that we made ourselves. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yum. Okay, so I'm super excited. Our filling is finally cool. So I just wanted to show you something. This is JELLO. And most recipes call for JELLO in your strawberry pies. That's not the texture we're going for here. You could bounce a marble off of this. So I just wanted you to see the difference in that and what we've got going on here. It is cool. It is naturally flavored, naturally colored, and that's more my speed. So we're going to go ahead and actually put this on top of our bowl of strawberries now. It smells so good. We're just going to gently toss those berries around. Yummy. It smells so good. Looks so pretty. And we just want to gently fold this into our pie. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm just going to spread it around to get it kind of even. Now again, we're going to put this in the fridge for a while and let it set. So if you're taking this to someone's house, I would say make it the same day that you're planning to serve it. This will start to produce juices, and you don't want it to get too soggy and weepy in the fridge. So I would say refrigerate this. If you're taking it to a family function or a guest's home, whatever, let it in the refrigerator till you're ready to go, and then you can finish it off with whipped cream. So once this sets in the fridge for a while, we'll pull it out, and again, it's not gonna look like this. It will be soft. So when we cut a piece, a few berries may fall off to the side, but I still prefer that over the very firm texture of a gelatin. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the fridge for a little while, and I'll see you back here in a moment. So our pie is cool and out of the fridge. Quite honestly, there's no jiggle there whatsoever. This was in the fridge for about 30 minutes, and it looks nice and sturdy. Again, it's going to be soft when it's cut, but it's going to be really yummy. Let's have a piece. That is gorgeous. Wow. Look how pretty. I'm so excited. You can see the thin little layer of cream cheese in there, that beautiful crust underneath. That's pretty. So we're going to put a dollop of our beautiful homemade whipped cream on top. And a little strawberry. Look how pretty. I hope that I can make you a better baker to the point that you are so confident and so excited when you get invited to someone's house, you're proud to take something like this. I'm gonna take a bite of it and let you know how we did. So I got some of the flaky crust in there, the butter flavor. I got a little hit of the lemon and then the sweet strawberry and then this light Cool Whip. There's like a flavor explosion going on in my mind. I hope you're having fun learning how to make pies. Check out my pie playlist, and also if you want the recipe for this, it'll be in the description. I'll have a link there below, and I hope you try it and make it sometime. See you in the next video.